Hi Bailey Bulls, this is Mrs. Jenkins. We're going to do a lesson on perimeter and area today. Mr. Farmer Jackson decided to start a farm, and so he bought a plot of land and he wanted to make sure all his animals could fit on the land. So he bought a piece of land that was a 3 by 5 yards, as you can see there, and we need to figure out how much of an area that is. Then, in order to make sure that his animals don't get out of the yard, we're going to build a fence. Now, when we build a fence, we need to know how much fencing we need to get. And as you know, fencing goes around the outside of an object, in this case, our yard. So as we have our fencing going on right here, we have to see what the perimeter is of our yard. Whoa, a little tornado came by, but it's gonna be all good once I get it up here. Let me start over. That's what I call cow tipping. So as I build my farm, if I were to keep building my fence around here, how much fencing do you think I need if we have a yard that is 3 by 5 in area? So I want you to think about that and let me know how much fencing we would need. After that, we have some other areas over here that we want you to figure out what the perimeter and the area is. So I want you to think about this one. Notice we only have one dimension labeled, but it is a square object. So what do you know about a square that can help you figure out the perimeter and the area? Come on over here where our goats are. We have a composite shape. So you're going to have to figure out what one part of the rectangle is and then the other part, and then add them together. We have our pig pen. So we have a 6 by 5 area, and I want you to figure out what that area is. Remember, to find area, you multiply the length times the width to get the area. And then to do the perimeter, you have to add up all the lengths. We have 2 more shapes here for you. There's no animals in that one, so I'm trying to figure out what to put in there. And finally, we have our last shape, the horse corral, with a 7 by 2 foot area. Take your time, figure out the perimeter and area, let your parents know, and then I want you to build some areas and have your siblings or cousins or whatever try to figure out how much fencing you need and how much grass you need. Bye.